Hello and welcome my dear students. I am Rohan sir from Mehdi English Medium School. I welcome my all dear second standard little champs in today's grammar lecture. My dear students, today's grammar lecture is going to be very interesting because all day long we were doing each chapter in a day or something like that. But today some new format and small format is there which you are going to surely enjoy. So first of all, I hope that all the previous lectures you have done well, you have followed up all the lectures, you are doing your work, you are sending it to the teachers, because these are the things which I am repeating regularly in the beginning of every lecture. Because if you don't send your work, if you don't show what you are doing is not as much as important, because if you send it, we'll be able to recognize that whether you are, whatever you are trying to write, whether you are understanding or not. To give the feedback is one of the important things, or I should say it is as much as important as you are writing. So without wasting much of your time, let's get started. What are we going to do today? Like I said, combo of grammar basic and interesting topics. Yes, these are not from the chapters, this is from the worksheets I have prepared for you. Obviously, if I'll start the chapters for the same topic, I'll start in another way. So I have observed that a single topic in entire lecture is going to be boring for you. So today I have brought two interesting and basic lectures for you. The combination of two lectures, combination of two topics. So you have to just learn adverbs and conjunction in this lecture, which is very interesting and very easy topics. Yes, those are the easy topics, but only if you carefully pay attention, if you are 100% present in the lecture. How you can be 100% present? It's very simple. I hope that now you have your books, pencil, so whatever I ask you to write, you have to write. Whenever I ask you to understand, you have to carefully pay attention here on your screen, listen to me and understand it. And then whenever I ask you to repeat few things, you have to repeat, and in all your mind should be here. And that's it. That's all you need. So let's get started with today's lecture and today's topics. What is an adverb? This is what I'm going to explain you first. So just give the heading in your rough notebooks, adverb. See, the spelling is already written here. Please just write adverb. Don't write full what is an adverb. You just have to write this word adverb. And also don't forget to give today's date as a heading, as a part of heading. You have to also write today's date. So I hope that you have written this heading, what is adverb. Let's understand what is an adverb. Now you have to just look onto the screen, listen to me whatever I am saying, and try to understand the topic. So first of all, students, don't write anything, fold your hands, sit straight, and your eyes should be there on the screen. Observe the following sentences. The sun shone brightly. John sang a song happily. Now you will say that, sir, what are you trying to, or where are you trying to draw our attention? Simply just read the sentence. The sun shone brightly. John sang a song happily. What are the verbs here? What is the action? Action in the first sentence is shown, and action in the second sentence is sang, right? Shown and sang are the past forms of the verbs, but these are the actions, these are the verbs. But we are going to understand what is an adverb. So observation. In the first sentence, how did the sun shine? Brightly. In the second sentence, how did the John sang a song? Happily. So, sun shone brightly and John sang a song happily. So, brightly and happily. Can you observe something? I have highlighted those words, brightly and happily. So, the highlighted words, brightly and happily, describes how each action is done. They are therefore called adverb. So please write the sentence whichever I ask you. Please note down first and second sentence in your rough notebook quickly, as fast as possible. The sun shone brightly. Then underline the word brightly. The sun shone brightly, and then underline the word brightly. Then write the second sentence. John sang a song happily, and here you have to underline the word happily. John sang a song happily, and then underline the word happily. Now just see and try to understand. Here the word brightly and happily describes something more about the action. In the second sentence, John sang a song happily. So how did he sing? Happily. How did he sing the song? Happily, right? So how the action was happened? So when you are said that how something happened, that is an adverb. How did the John sing the song? Happily. So happily is an adverb because it shows how the action is happened, how the verb is happened. So it is an adverb. Now I hope this is clear to you all. So we are moving towards the exercise of an adverb. Please give the heading in your rough notebooks quickly. Exercise 1. Please give the heading exercise 1 in your rough notebook, and then give the heading fill in the blanks with suitable adverb. After writing exercise 1, you also have to write this. Students, quickly write it down. Fill in the blanks with suitable adverb. See, I am not going to send the photos of this, so you have to write it compulsorily from the lecture. So please make a haste and write it properly. Fill in the blanks with suitable adverb. So this is exercise 1, which is based on obviously adverb, which we understood now. While you are writing the heading, let me explain it to you again. Adverb means the word which describes something more about the action, because action means verb. That is what you know obviously. So adverb means the word which describes something more about the verb. Now I hope that you have given the heading. Now you just have to write the answers. Don't write the question, don't write these brackets. You have to just write the answer. So write answer 1. You have to select the word from the bracket and put here to make it complete. It rains dash. Options are heavily, sadly. Please write your answers and then wait for me to display the correct answer. And please don't do any kind of cheating. You try to write your answer, and then when I display, you have to just check your answers. It rains dash. Options are heavily, sadly. These both are the adverbs which fits here. Okay, so if you have written the answer, the correct answer is heavily. Please repeat after me this sentence. It rains heavily. Okay, you cannot say it rains sadly. Sad is an emotion. Now rain doesn't have any emotion. So it rains heavily. Okay, I hope that you written the answer. Number 2, the tortoise moves dash. The options are angrily or slowly. Please write the answer whichever you feel is the correct answer here. Please write it down and wait for me to display the correct answer. Sentence is, the tortoise moves dash. Options are angrily or slowly. This is very easy if you have the knowledge about tortoise. Okay, and I suppose that at least 90% of the students have already written the answer. So let's see what the correct answer is. Correct answer is slowly. Okay, so if you haven't written this, write it down and please repeat after me one time. The tortoise moves slowly. Now angrily again is an emotion. When you become angry, how can one move angrily? Okay, one can move angrily, but tortoise, moves very slowly. So here slowly is the correct adverb. Now you see here, moves is a verb, is an action, but how it is happening? Slowly. That is why slowly is an adverb. Number 3, the driver of the bus shouted dash. Options are slowly or angrily. Please write the correct adverb, slowly or angrily. The driver of the bus shouted. So which fits best here, which suits here, that is what you have to look for. Okay, so if you have tried to write the correct answer, please check your answer. The correct answer is angrily. Now it is very clear, if someone is shouting, it cannot be slow. If it was slow, you cannot say shout. So these both are contradictory. So obviously angrily. You will shout on someone angrily. Correct? So angrily is the correct answer. Please write it down. Also repeat after me. The driver, please repeat it loudly, of the bus shouted angrily. Now here again the main verb is shouted. To shout is a kind of an action. So it is a verb. What is an adverb? Which describes more about the verb. So how he shouted? Angrily. So angrily is, that's why, an adverb. So I hope that students, slowly, gradually, the concept of adverb is getting clear in your mind. Anyways, number 4. John waved goodbye dash. To wave means to move your hands side by side when you are saying goodbye to someone. Okay, so John waved goodbye dash. Options are carefully or sadly. So when do you say goodbye to someone? When someone is leaving your house or leaving the place where you are. So I hope that you have tried to you have written the answer actually, because this is very easy one. Correct answer anyway is sadly. So if say for an example, if situation is like when you meet your cousin after a long time, and when the time is there when you have to say goodbye, when you separate yourself or when you are going away from that place, or when he or she is going away, you become sad obviously. So sadly you wave goodbye. Okay, carefully we do something which is very much difficult. So here sadly is the correct answer. Please repeat it after me. John waved goodbye sadly. Okay, now students, moving on to the next topic. Again fold your hands, sit straight and try to listen to me carefully and understand this concept. What is conjunction? Okay, we are going to understand what is conjunction. So let us understand what is conjunction. Observe the following sentences. Ravi is going to school. Rohan is going to school. Two sentences are there. You can see full stop here. The sentence ends, second sentence starts, and here again the full stop that indicates the end of even second sentence. But here you can see Ravi and Rohan are going to school. Are these two things different or same? Ravi is going to school, full stop. Rohan is going to school. Whereas second sentence says that Ravi and Rohan are going to school. Just try to understand. Is point 1 and point 2 different? So, observation says, in the second sentence, first two sentences were merged or combined without changing its meaning. So, the words and, but, or are called joining words. They join the sentence. They help to join the different parts of sentence. Now again let's see. Now you can see that word and joins this first sentence and this second sentence and makes these two sentences as one whole. Ravi is going to school, Rohan is going to school. But here this sentence is same. But we have just added these two sentences with conjunction and. So Ravi and Rohan are going to school. As simple as that. Okay. So please write this second point in your rough book. Please write this second point in your rough book now. The words and, but, or are called joining words. I hope students you are writing it. The words and, but, or are called joining words. Okay, Joining, joining. Look at the spelling when you are noting it down so that later on when you refer to it you have the precise data. So and, but, or. See students, there are lots of other conjunctions, but in your standard for you there are basically three conjunctions: and, but, or. So you have to only pay attention to these words. Now that if you have written this, we are moving towards exercise number 2. Yes, exercise number 2. Please give the heading on the new page. On the new page, give the heading exercise 2. Now don't write this. You just give the heading exercise 2. That's it. Don't write this. Okay. Pick out the conjunction from the following sentences. Now I'll show you the sentences. You have to just pick out the conjunction from the sentences. So it is very easy. You have to read the sentence carefully and you have to see where the conjunction is and you have to write down in the answer which conjunction is there in the sentence. So I hope it is going to be very easy for you. Very easy task it is. Now I hope that you have given the heading exercise 2. So along with solving the sentences, I'll explain you how and, but, or are used. So not only solving but explanation will also be there. So please pay attention here. Number 1. You just write the answer, don't write this question. Is that a star or a planet? Now where can you see conjunction here students? Where can you see conjunction? Please write it down. Which conjunction is there in the sentence? Is that a star or a planet? Okay, so if you have written the answer, here conjunction is or. You can see here conjunction or. So or is used when the options are given and when you have to choose any one. At that time or is used, conjunction or is used. Now here the question is that a star or a planet? Now when you are pointing towards the sky and when you have to select whether it is a star or a planet, So it can be only one, either star or a planet. That is why or is used to select, to give the options. Okay, so or is the conjunction here, and I hope you have written the same. Moving on to number 2. Are you Vidur or Virat? Sentence is, are you Vidur or Virat? Please write down which conjunction can you find here. You can just give the answer number properly, answer 2, and write down your answer. Don't write this whole sentence. Are you Vidur or Virat? Which one do you feel is the conjunction here? I hope that students, you are writing your answer. Don't just copy from the screen. Try to solve it on your own. If you are wrong, it is okay, no one is going to punish you. Anyways, the correct answer is or. So here conjunction or is used again. You can see here conjunction or. Are you Vidur or Virat? Again, options are there. Either you can be Vidur or you can be Virat. You cannot be both at the same time. Isn't it so? So if you separate this sentence, it can be like, are you Vidur? Question mark. Are you Virat? Question mark. So here two questions or two sentences are combined with the conjunction or. Are you Vidur or Virat? As simple as that. So or is the conjunction here. So I hope you understood how or is used and why here or is used. Okay, it is very much useful. Conjunction is very much useful when you want to shorten the size of the sentence and you want to make the sentence easier in writing and even in the speaking. So just imagine when you speak two sentences here, are you Vidur? Are you Virat? Okay, but when you speak both combined with conjunction, are you Vidur or Virat? Isn't that easy one? Okay, anyways, moving to number 3. Goa is hot and sunny now. Hot and sunny means when the weather is full of, when the sun is there, when sun is shining brightly and the weather is hot, climate is hot. So Goa is hot and sunny now. Which conjunction is used here? Please pick out the conjunction and write it down in your books. I hope that you are writing your answers. Goa is hot and sunny now. Okay, so let me display the correct answer. The conjunction and is used here. If you can see on the screen, conjunction and. So Goa is hot and sunny now. Now and is used to combine two opinion, combine two options. Or was used to select anyone, whereas and is used to combine two things. Okay, when here two opinions are combined. One is it is hot climate, second is sun is shining brightly. So sun is shining brightly, that means it is sunny. So two opinions are combined using conjunction and. Okay, so Goa is hot and sunny now. So now I hope you know where and is used, my dear students. Number 4. Jack and Jill went up the hill. Oh no, we are not going to start reciting the poem. This is just a line I have picked up from the poem. Now you have to pick up the conjunction. Please write down the conjunction from this sentence. Jack and Jill went up the hill. And I am pretty sure that you have already solved this. So correct answer is and. Here also conjunction and is used. So Jack and Jill went up the hill. Now if you separate these two sentences again, Jack went up the hill, Jill went up the hill. Oh, this is too boring. So you have combined two sentences. Jack and Jill went up the hill. Moving on to number 5. I want to go out, but it is raining heavily. Okay, now you will say that, sir, if you want to go out, you can go out, but this is just an example. I am not taking the permission from you. Anyways, jokes apart, I want to go out, but it is raining heavily. Where can you see the conjunction in the entire sentence? Oh, okay, this is the conjunction but. So conjunction but is used here. I hope that you have written the same answer. Now use of but. But is used when you want to combine two opposite opinions. I want to go out and it is raining outside. Two different opinions are there. It is combined. Okay. So I want to go out but it is raining heavily. So you will not go out, obviously. Okay. Either if it stops raining you will go out, or you will not go out if it is raining. So that is why but is used here. So I hope this was clear to you all. Now students, give the heading exercise 3, and this is the last exercise for today's lecture. Please give the heading exercise 3, which is very easy exercise. What you have to do, you have to fill in the blanks with and or but. Means you have to select any one conjunction out of these three conjunctions, which is and or but, and then you have to fill the blanks. Now it sounds very easy, so it will be obviously an easy one. I hope that you have given the heading exercise 3. Okay, number 1, you have to just write the answer 1 and answer 2, but whatever you feel, but don't write the question. So let me read the question. Do you want to go to a film dash in garden? I repeat the question. Do you want to go to a film dash in garden? So and or but, which will fit here? Please write your answers before I display here. Okay, if you have written the answer, the correct answer is or. So do you want to go to a film or in garden? So you have to choose the one place. Okay, again options are there, that is why or is there. Clear enough? Now I hope you don't need much explanation for this, and I hope that you have written this answer only. Number 2, both my father dash mother work in a bank. Both my father dash mother work in a bank. Now here options are not there. In fact, it is said that both. So what will you use? Try to at least speak this sentence swiftly. Automatically you will get the answer. Okay, anyways, if you have written the answer, check your answer. Both my father and mother work in a bank. Here options are not there, but you are combining both same ideas. So my father and mother. Okay, so sentence is both my father and mother work in a bank. Number 3, do you need a notebook dash a pen? Do you need a notebook dash a pen? Okay, now you can make the options, don't you? You can easily make the options. So I have given you the hint. Okay, those who have understood have already written the answer. So let's see what the answer is. The correct answer is or. So do you need a notebook or a pen? Okay, so options are given. You can choose anyone, notebook or a pen. Fine. So I hope that you have written this answer. So students, that was the end of our grammar lesson for today, and I hope you enjoyed the adverbs and conjunctions topic. At the same time, I hope that you have written the answers whenever I asked you. You have listened to the topics, you have tried to understood the topics, whatever adverbs and conjunctions, the examples were there. So thanks for watching the video lecture, and I hope that you will send all your work to your follow-up teachers so that we can note down your names with whatever you have done. We are also noting down how you are writing. So when you send the photo, see that your handwriting, if not handwriting, your presentation, either of these things should be good. Okay, if your handwriting are not good, we can understand, but at least presentation should be good. Also, sending the thing means we will understand that you are doing the work regularly. So with this, I hope that you will send your work. I end my lecture. At the end, I would like to say that take care of yourselves, of your family. Goodbye.